Your thing, the shark thing, when I was there last.
We're live.
But I couldn't find it.
Obviously,
so.
I suck at this because I didn't do it right. There we go. Hi guys.
Hi.
Seashore here. Mika Jolie.
Mika.
I always called you Mika.
It's always Mika, yeah. But it's Mika.
Mika. We're having Bloody Marys right now. Yeah, see, there you go, Bloody Marys. That Aunt put together for us. We will have the recipe for you guys sometime in the end of October.
October, that's right.
The end of October, beginning of November. I'm going to try to find an angle where I don't have to hold the phone because that's exhausting. But she's here, so excited.
And writing.
Yeah.
And editing.
She's writing and editing, as you can see. And Aunt is cooking in the kitchen over there, but she won't come in the camera because she's just camera shy.
She's in her own.
Yes, exactly. So we're just going to have a random chat, and then you guys are just going to sit here and listen. We were actually just talking about self-publishing, which Mika right now has just turned into.
That's true. After my publisher closed its doors about, 2 weeks ago?
Right.
Yes, I found myself scrambling, trying to get
freaking out more like it.
Yeah. Behind closed doors.
Yeah, of course.
Trying to get my books back. But it was quick, right?
No, I think you did
weeks?
pretty good.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, that if you hear like a dog flapping, that's Kelly.
Yes.
There's 2 of them here right now. So you'll randomly see them just jump on us because that's their dogs. So what do you want?
That's what they do.
But no, you actually did. You were fast.
I was fast. Yeah.
You didn't wait for it at all.
Well, you know what? My publisher, I think, was really, really good in giving us our rights.
Yeah, they were. Because I've had that happen to me.
Right, I know.
And my publisher, when they went back under, which was Red Rose Publishing, by the way, she just completely stopped. They just stopped completely publication, their communication and everything, which is great.
And for us, it was like really great because she really sent us like a global email, and just posted it. And I could feel that it really hurt her to do that. Well, and I kind of felt that it was coming, so I was kind of preparing myself in the back.
So that was good that you knew that you were coming. I think you mentioned it like a couple of weeks before it happened.
I did. Yeah.
And I was like, well,
because I told you I was going to publish Wrapped in Red, self-pub, and you were like, why? And I'm like, this is why. I kind of feel like something's brewing. So.
And which is good. I mean, you were ready. A lot of people are not ready for it. And let's just say, like, if you're a small press publishing, especially the online press one, it's okay if you're going to close the doors. It's not a problem. Just be kind to your authors that work really hard for you. And
I have to say, Secret Cravings Publishing was really
they were
really
fantastic.
They were fantastic. I have nothing negative to say.
You guys were
awesome.
Awesome.
Yes, I agree.
So we're here, and right now it's like that she writes one of my favorites. Oh my gosh, because I totally fangirl over it.
Jason.
Jason is my husband, and I can't stand it.
And just think of Charlie Hunnam.
Can you not think of him when you think of Jason?
I do.
Oh my god,
I have his picture. I have his picture. If I'm writing,
so beautiful.
I have to have his picture online.
Yeah.
Right next to me as I'm writing.
Sorry, I'm moving around because I'm putting the phone down somewhere. Let's see. But yes. But Charlie
I have
is
to
so
bring his
beautiful.
picture online.
Yeah. Come. Let's see.
Because I just need to look at him.
Let's do. Look. See, she wasn't kidding. She really has him there. But he is an amazing inspiration. He really is.
Look at those eyes.
And isn't
he so Jason?
Yes, he is. He is my Jason. Because he is mine. I don't care what y'all say. Jason is mine.
Yes.
He might be married and whatever.
Yeah.
And he's
You're not real.
Mine. Shut up, Ange. Ange has an issue where she thinks that they're not real, but to us, they are. So it's like that little meme that we're seeing around that says I have an issue. I'm in love with let's see this angle. Oh no, what did I do? There we go. Oh, I took the app off. Does this work? Oh my god, this works!
Yeah,
Hi! So much better than me holding the phone. I have my Steelers shirt that my sister made me, so...
I like it.
The Steelers are playing right now. They're beating the
49ers.
40... What was the score? 3 to 70,000.
Yeah,
it was just obscene.
Yeah.
So let's see a little bit better angles. So we don't... Oh, there we go. That's good. Okay, so... as we were talking about, like, Jason, she's the author of Martha's Way, which is a book series that right now it's a 3-part book series that has that is set in Martha's Vineyard. What inspired you to write about Martha's Vineyard? I mean, besides the fact
that I love Martha's
beautiful.
Vineyard, and it's absolutely beautiful, and I go there every year.
Right.
And it's funny because when I first wrote The Scale, it was actually here in New Jersey.
That you wrote.
And it took place down the shore.
Right.
And then, so as I'm editing it, I was on vacation on the vineyard, and I was like, wait a minute, this makes so much more sense. So this guy was working, because Jason's house, that's where we used to stay.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there writing, and this guy, blonde hair guy, came and started working on the house. And so we're talking, and I was like, wait, this makes so much more sense, because I could see Jason like you're just working in the house, and I was like, okay. So I started because initially it's funny because Jason was a florist. Then he he was a very angry. He wasn't, but he was working for his mom because his mom had a mental breakdown.
Okay.
And then I changed it to him being a musician, like Kings of Leon kind of thing.
Okay.
Because I love Kings of Leon.
Who doesn't love
Kings of Leon? And then
those are the dogs, by the way.
Dogs. Mm-hmm. And then I said, okay, he was a little bit too much in touch with his soft side. He was very, even you could still see he's a very gentle guy anyway.
He really is.
But he was much more gentler than I wanted him to be. I wanted a little bit of alpha in him.
He's very alpha.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, let's revamp. And then this came up. And it was great. And
I love
it. Okay, cool. This
you
works.
wrote actually the perfect man.
He is perfect.
He is perfect.
He is perfect.
But
no.
I don't want you to say that's Ange, by the way, guys. She's the one that does all of our recipes.
She cooks really.
She's an amazing cook, but she doesn't have any imagination. So we don't listen to anything that she has to say. Okay. So, but that's really funny that he was a florist.
Yes. Well, he was basically in between trying to find himself, like a very dark. He was much darker in that one because his mom had a mental breakdown, and she runs like a flower shop, but she couldn't work anymore. Okay. So he took over.
So he was pretty much forced to be a florist.
Right. Okay. And but he was a complete a-hole, and
which is okay.
And but he was totally based like down the shore, and then I'm like, all right, let's just. Like I said.
Which, let's face it, if you were to pick which place would you rather? Fantasize,
the
shore, we're Jersey girls, so we're like, the shore is nice and all, but it's not a place where I think of fantasy and like a romance or anything like that. I think of binge drinking and like spending
I think of like the tiki bar.
Yeah.
And I'm like
I just remember of me being down in Jenkinson's and blacking out.
Yeah.
But what? Guess who made her go to the tiki bar?
Yes, I love her so much. I actually went back with her, much to my displeasure. But
it's not as good as it used to be.
No, I remember when I used to have so much fun there, and now I'm like, the crowd is much more different.
Because they're so young now. The crowds are so much younger. I was thinking,
is it because I'm getting older? So now.
No, because I remember going there even like in my late 20s, and it was still fun, it was so good. It was just like in the past like 6-7 years that it's completely changed. Maybe because I changed to my 30s.
Maybe that was
I don't know. But it was
TV.
That was in Seaside, though.
That was in Seaside.
But no respectable person from New Jersey goes to party in Seaside. Just saying. Hashtag. Yeah. We don't really go there to party. It's just people from Staten Island. Not that I have anything wrong with them.
I did have the best party there, right, Angie? In Seaside. My son's birthday party. We had it. We rented
that's
the
cute,
whole.
Before the hurricane.
Yeah, right before the hurricane. We rented the whole pier.
That's awesome.
Bands.
Well, see, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
And that was my very first time at the Jersey Shore.
That was her first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yes, because Aunt is from York, PA.
And then the hurricane
destroyed everything. Which is sad because but it's in a good thing. It was a good and a bad thing because they revamped everything and everything.
I haven't been.
It's pretty now.
Is that where we went? No, right?
You were at Seaside.
Oh, is that where I'm seeing? I don't know.
How do you look now?
It was Milo's second birthday at Seaside.
Yeah.
I mean, think to his second birthday at Seaside. You don't even know his name.
Of course I do.
She calls him.
I called him Rugrats. I called him Thing 1, Thing 2.
She calls him the other name. where she got the inspiration from more times than she calls it
that's true.
His actual name.
That's true. That's true.
And he answers to it.
Of course he does.
But he knows. He knows.
Of course, it's like the same thing. I call my nephew Wookie, and he answers.
They know.
Completely answers.
Totally.
He's so used to it. I've been calling him that for 10 years, so it doesn't matter. He's 16 now.
That was the birthday.
Yeah, I'm gonna slit my throat and binge drink until because he's 16 years old.
Well, you know.
He's like my child. I mean.
And then you one day wake up and you're like, when did you turn 16?
That's my problem. Like that was exactly where I was like, how did this happen? Where was I when all this happened?
Yeah.
Wait until it happens to you.
I don't even want to think about it.
Exactly. So going back to the books.
Yes.
So the scale is actually my favorite.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
I read it. Actually, it's my favorite
Why?
one in this series because she reminds me of a lot of things that I used to say.
I think Minka, not Mika, no relations, had a lot of women can resonate with her.
Yeah, we really can. It's honestly because a lot of the thoughts that she thought to herself are things that I thought.
Yeah.
I thought myself, and I'm like, obviously, I don't take it to the point of like craziness as she took it.
She was crazy.
She's seriously needs to see
needs
therapy. Yeah, she really needs therapy. But she is actually like, you could understand where she's coming from.
Yeah.
You understand her feelings, and I mean, I take it from an example for me. I've always been a heavy-set girl, always, but my sister was always a size 2 and 4.
So
you know,
that
completely, it's huge impact. When I read that, it was just like it hit the feels right away.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh my god, I can completely understand that. However, my relationship with my sister was not the same as with Mika and Keely. Like they were just completely polar opposites, and they were twins. And you know, my sister and I have 4 years apart. But because she's younger and she was prettier and all of that, I always felt a certain way about myself because of that. But, you know, you grow older. That stuff changes. It doesn't even matter at a certain point. My sister is a beautiful girl. Like, you can't help that. And I have learned to love myself as well. So, and, you know, and all of that. But so I really, 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 really love that about them. Especially that they have a really bad relationship and then they start to rebuild their friendship. Because in essence, it is.
And what I like about the scale, too, is that I think a lot of people expected Keely to be bad. They were ready to hate Keely.
I wanted to hate her so bad.
You just couldn't because she's just, you know.
She's so sweet. She's so sweet. And she's so nice. And she honestly loves her sister.
She loves her sister. Yeah. And I'm having a lot of fun writing her story, which is coming out.
I love the fact that you're ending the series, quote unquote, ending the series.
Yes.
With the first couple that gets together.
That got together. And
because there's so much about Blake and Keely, you just don't know.
You don't know. Yeah.
You don't know anything.
You just know they're married.
Yeah, that's it.
They're two beautiful people who's married.
Gorgeous. Which, by the way, Jesse Williams is Jesse. It's Blake. I don't care what she says. I don't care if she's the author of the book.
And I pick my muses. Yes.
Yeah. Well, my muse is Jesse Williams for Blake. So whatever.
Yes.
So, but that's one of those like.
Yeah. I really
love that you did that. That normally people will go down the line, which I do love that when in a book series where you go down the line from like brother, sister, uncle, like blah, 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 and then everyone slowly but surely ends up finding their he, you know, like a happily ever after, and so all that. But I do love the fact that you are doing it vice versa.
I am, and I'm also writing Life After Marriage, which
I love because a lot of books don't touch that. I love, like, there is another author that I love, like Bernadette Paul. I love her series, like, that she has, and she does in all her books, like you do, that she mentions all the other characters in all her other books, and I like that because I like seeing all the other
as they progress,
together, and then not everything is a good thing, and that it's not like Cinderella happily ever
after. As you can see in Tattooed Hearts, you can tell there's some kind of tension building between Keely and Blake. You can kind of tell. It's very,
I think I could guess what it is.
That one I was very clear about it. Like in the scale, I dropped this. I did mention the secret of Forest, but it was so it was maybe a one-liner. No one really noticed what it was.
No, and then when I reread the scale, I caught it.
Then you caught it.
That's when I caught it. On oh, that's what she meant by that.
And even and then in Need You Now, I kind of mentioned something was going to happen in the scale, you know, but it's very subtle. But this one, I think I was very blatant about, like, okay, this is what it's going to be dealing with, which is again a heavy topic. And
I was able to read a little bit of the preview of the first page of the draft that she sent me, and it's going to be. I mean, the scale was a heavy book to read. So was Need You Now, and so was, I'm sorry, the other title. Tattooed Heart. They were all very heavy. Like, I mean, I was bawling, crying when I was reading the letter from Forrest's dad. Like, I was just like, oh my God. I was just like, I was trying to get ready for the gym, and I was like, how am I going to show up like this? I'm red. I'm all red. And it was just very touching to read all of that someone sacrificed so much for his best friend.
For his best friend. And as much as you kind of want to hate Charles,
you want to hate him, but you can't.
You can't because
you can't.
You know, he's a complex character, and I think I
really
like
is.
that because
and I love that. And you know what? I always thought that him and
Kelly's mom.
Yes,
Claire's mom.
We're going to end up together.
It's funny you mentioned that because my first draft they were.
And
then I was reading it and I was like, oh, this is so gross.
No.
And then I said, no, and I said one thing in his life needs to be pure, and that has to be his friendship with Claire's mom.
Yeah. And they have a beautiful friendship.
Beautiful friendship.
And they do. Yeah. And I love that about them. But in the book, the one that's coming out in December, it's going to... it's going to be a lot of things that a lot of women have to deal with.
And we get to see Mika again.
Yes, and you get to see that not everything was right and rose-colored flowers and pretty hearts and whatever.
Yeah, and I think even with the scale, even though they had their HEA, there were still a lot of unanswered questions. Like Mika was still a broken character.
She still was. I mean, she found her Prince Charming, but at the same time, she still had a lot to
deal with. Like, she learned how to kind of accept who she was, but I don't think she ever truly got into, like, the root cause of why she's the way she is.
Right.
And so we get to see more of that here in this book coming in December. So I'm really excited. And
I can't wait.
It's very heavy.
I can't wait. But I love when people write from the heart. Like, those are my favorite kinds of books. The ones that just, like, they just touch you like, so deeply that you're like, why am I even crying in the middle of the day?
For me too.
Why am I crying in the subway? Because I do find myself crying in the subway. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And it's like, there's something in my eye. And it's like, I sneeze.
I remember when I was writing Tattooed Hearts. It's funny you mentioned that. So when Forrest went back to the farm for the first time, and then he, was working, trying to find out things he needs to do, fixing stuff, and then he walked back to the house and he found his mom with Charles. Yeah. And then he just, like, completely went crazy. Yeah. The language that he used with his mom, I mean, mind you, I'm writing it, but I got so into it, I was like, whoa, this is too heavy. Yeah. Because I'm like, that is so disrespectful. I don't care you're 30 years old or whatever. There's no way.
That's your mom.
That's your mom.
Lost her husband.
And she just lost her husband. And I had to walk away. I had to take a step away. And like, I can't exactly. Do this. I was like,
but I mean, besides the fact that her and Charles had that affair, which you never really explained.
No, I did kind of.
You sort of did, but not
I never really got deep into it because I didn't want to make. I wanted the book to stay between Claire and Forrest.
Yeah, okay.
And there were so many other elements going because
they could have. That book could have been like a Harry Potter size book.
Right, it could have been that, and also I think as well for each of the characters, I intend to write a novella. So,
that's good because I would love to read Charles.
Right, and then so you get more. So with what's coming in December is Mika and Jason novella. Right. So you get a little bit more of like her mental state. You get to understand that,
especially after having the twins.
Right. Okay. And then there's going to be Need You Now with Adam and Lily, and don't forget Adam lives on the edge.
Adam is
so he's, and it's funny because he's just so pretty and gorgeous, and he's so sexy bad. But he lives on the edge. Right. He's constantly like flirting with death. So something, so that
something needs to give.
Something needs to give.
And then after that, what do you have?
Then it's Tattooed Hearts follow up, and where we get more of Charles and Marjorie's background.
Okay, that's good. I love that. I can't wait. I'm so excited. After that, I know a lot of women have been asking about Lily's brothers.
The Serrano brothers.
The Serrano brothers.
Yes.
I was the first one that
Yes.
sent a text message demanding after I read Rafa
Yes.
for the first time. And I demanded that she wrote him.
Yes, that's true. And,
I did.
And I will. And you'll get all three brothers.
Awesome.
Yes. So that's my next series, which will be based in New Jersey. So it's going to be here.
Well, they are Jersey boys.
Yeah, they're Jersey boys. Yeah. So,
we will see like Martha's Vineyard in some point in
you
their
will
stories.
get to see Lily.
Lily, okay.
Yeah, you will, because
and the baby. I'm so
we'll get to see
excited.
the baby and the baby, and we might see some of Adam, but not that much, because
it's not their story.
It's not their story.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll definitely get to see them, and but Lily plays a very big part in Rafa's story.
Well, yeah, that is his only sister.
That's his only sister.
Right. And then his character has
so much baggage.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you don't really know, but so does Xander. And we don't really know that yet. Well, don't forget, like, in Need You Now, Xander got a phone call and he walked away.
And he walked away.
And then, so that has a whole thing behind it. So that's like, okay, so that's what I've been playing with. And
she doesn't understand how hard it is for me to sit here and keep a straight face when she says things like that. I'm like, I just want to go like, oh my God!
Tell me what? Tell me now. I wish I could, because it's all up here.
No, of course.
And so I'm just like playing with them, and but I'm having fun. I started writing Xander's story. I can actually say it's awesome. It's fun. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna end up with like who I've been begging since the beginning for her. She mentioned him a couple of times, and he has somewhat of a part in
Wrapped in Red and
Tattoo Hearts, and that's Tyler. I don't know why.
He's such a pain in the rear end.
You know, it's like characters just stick out to me in books. I love the beta characters, like the secondary, third guys, because you're like, well, who is he? And what is he doing? And why, like, what's his story?
Right.
You know, like, I want to know his story. So I've been begging her to write Tyler forever. So, will we get Tyler?
Yes, we will definitely get Tyler. And I introduced Tyler's love interest in my novella, as you know.
Yes.
I actually texted Dee and said, oh my God, I just met Tyler's girlfriend. Too bad I have to break him up with Gwen. And I feel really bad.
That you were like, I don't want to break them up.
Yeah,
They should stay together.
And I was like, okay, fine. They're real. And
I know. I'm like, it's okay. Well, then maybe he should propose during Valentine's Day. And she was like, all of a sudden, I get a follow-up text. Oh my God, I'm breaking them up. And I was like, wait, what happened? How did this happen? Then he like was like, okay, yeah, I don't like her anymore. It was just like, whatever.
And I feel so bad for Gwen.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, right, but she's been with Adam. Because, you know, Adam dated her for a little bit. And then she, that didn't work out. Mm-hmm. And then now, so she was with Tyler, and I feel bad for her. A few of my friends and I were planning on...
who is Gwen going to end up with? The girl needs to happily ever after.
She does, and I have two other friends. They want to write an anthology together.
Well, that'll be fun.
So I'm thinking I might give Gwen her happily ever after. She deserves it. We all do. She's such a sweet girl too, you know.
Whatever.
In my head anyway.
It's okay. Tyler's just, you know.
Yes, Tyler's definitely coming. And
so who's your inspiration behind the idea of what Tyler looks like?
I actually don't have one yet.
Okay.
And but
this is very important to me.
That's very important. Titles are important. I can't write until I come up with my title.
Really?
I cannot do that.
That's funny.
It's completely...
That's the last thing I do.
No, I can't. The funny thing is with Tattooed Hearts, as you know, David Gandy, I love you, was
she does.
I do. Did I tell you he responded to my Facebook post?
No.
Oh my God.
Did you die?
Almost.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Totally. I was like, what?
What did you say? But what did you say and what did he say?
Well, he posted a picture and he stressed that it was not taken with an iPhone. iPhone. So
this is not being filmed with an iPhone.
So so I said, well then, Mr. Gandhi, which did you use? And he responded and he said, is that a Samsung?
Yeah.
Yes, he said he used a Samsung.
See, he's a brilliant man.
And I said, okay, I love Apple, but you know, part of loving each other is have to be able to not love everything to you. I'm happily married. And then I was like, yeah, but that's okay, I still love you, and you know, but then I texted my girlfriend, I was like, oh my god, he responded, look. She was like,
did you screenshot it?
Yeah.
Because I do that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when it's a designer or somebody that I really admire, and they retweet us or whatever, and I get so excited, I go like, screenshot it, and I send it to her.
I have to. I mean, it's because I don't really go crazy over celebrities.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, and it was just.
I get more excited over designers.
I love that dress, by the way, from Nerd and Lace, the wedding gown.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Claire's wedding gown.
It's a beautiful gown from Ms. Martinez. It's a gorgeous gown.
Yes. I saw it and I was like, Claire, that's so Claire.
Gorgeous gown.
Yeah.
It's not even, it's actually, it's for this season now.
Oh, is it really?
Out. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's one of those like beautiful gowns.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It's just ridiculous. Like, you know, she designs, it's one of those designers that you just could stand there and
the details are like so exquisite.
I know. And that's why like I always tell people, and I'm like, you went to wear this bridal for your wedding gown? And I'm like, please.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like I'm so faced with like so many beautiful designers from all over the world. Like there's so many Australian designers that I love, and no, this Martinez is not from there. But like that. It's just different. You know? Their designs are different.
And I think that's what caught my attention. It's so different.
Yeah.
And it was classically beautiful, but sexy.
Super sexy.
But super sexy.
That's what I loved about the dress.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, it's amazing. Yeah.
All right, so I think this is good for our very first Periscope show. So I want to thank this gorgeous lady right here.
Check out my books on Amazon.
They're on Amazon. She's self-pub now, guys.
Yes.
Support small press publisher and self-pub publishing authors. They do have great stories out there. You do get a lot of crap.
And they're all well written.
But out there, you do have amazing authors that are self-published. Like this is one of them, and Jesse Evans is another one that I love. So, you know, go support really great romance authors out there. So, thank you guys if you're watching. If anybody's watching us here today, cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Football Sunday. Yes. Bye, guys. And it's